Hello guys, this is Dmitriy Lavrov, and today we will make another live stream and market overview. Let's talk about different markets. I prepared the list of the most interesting markets from my point of view, and I should ask you if you have any markets which can be interesting for you. Please write these markets in the chat. After passing through my list, I will move back to the chat and make a quick or detailed. It will depend on a market. I will look at your markets and provide you maybe my ideas how to trade based on the exact market conditions. Also, before we start, I have two announcements for you, which can be interesting for you. The first one is we, like Trade Unity projects, we are going to rebuild our project and provide for our members a new model which will be unique, and I think it will be very interesting for many people, but we need your help. On our YouTube channel you can find the very short video where I explain what we need and how to take part in it and what you will get. We will promote this video one more time in our Telegram channels. I will do it on my TradingView page in status bar. You will, or you can just find this video on our channel and watch it. The idea is very simple. We were searching for beta testers who will help us to test our new robot, a variant of copy trading platform, and a new model of trial period. I need to explain from the beginning. It won't need a lot of time from your side. It will be very simple to join. Just only 3 simple steps: open an account in a broker, make a deposit for the account which you will use, and it will be your money. So you will need to use money only for trading, nothing more. From our side, we will provide you free access to our copy trading platform, and with the trading robot, which we have been testing for 3 months already in live accounts, and it is profitable. Also, our broker will provide just the part of deposit which will be protected by the broker, so it will be like risk-free trading. We need this type of cooperation just in order to get feedback from your sides, to understand better where we need to improve our model. We need to get from your feedback how it's simple to join and how it is good to use. So you will find information below that video. And from our side, we respect your time, we respect your efforts. We will reward beta testers by providing them 3 months for free. They will be beta testers will be able to use all our services and products for free during 3 months. So the value of this package will be about $450, something like this. But again, it will be a good experience for you. It will be priceless information for us, and all together we will be able to make Trade Unity better and provide really good services and solutions for trading in the financial markets. So this is the first announcement. The second announcement is about what I'm going to tell you now about markets. First of all, it will be only my personal vision and only my personal ideas. Trading is risky, and you must understand it. And you can use this information for educational purpose, but you must understand one thing: only you can be responsible for your trading results. And if you are going to use my ideas, just make your own research and just follow your trading plan and trading strategies first of all. So let's go, and as usually we will start from crypto. After that we will move to commodities, talk about two very interesting stock markets, and after that I will move back to the chart and make reviews for the markets which you wrote me in the chat. So the first market, of course, will be Bitcoin because it is the most important market for crypto. And I would like to start from the weekly chart and move lower to the daily and look at 4-hour chart and understand the possible market movements which we should expect during this week. So first of all, what we have now? We have just based on the weekly time frame, we have confirmation of the strong uptrend. So the price broke 100 period simple moving average, and we talked about it during the previous stream that this signal, this breakout could be used for buying based on the weekly chart time frame. If you skipped buy signals based on the daily time frame or maybe hour time frame. So weekly chart gave you such opportunity to use this setup and breakout for entry for the long run with target at 10,000 and higher. The next week we got the confirmation that buyers they have power, and they pushed the price higher, and the market reached 8,000 level, let's say like this. We can talk about the resistance zone between 8,000 and 8,500 levels. So it will be better to talk about such zone based on the daily time frame. If we talk about weekly chart, we can just use one level like 8,000 because we see price reach this level, and the second candle also is on this level. So if we get reversal, it will be reversal from 8,000 level first of all. So after getting the strong upward movement, which we have during 3 weeks, we probably get this week the first bearish candle. What it will mean for us and for further market movements, let's say in medium term, and which can cover the periods for maybe several weeks, several months. First of all, if we get a bearish candle, it will be confirmation from the weekly time frame that market is going to correct this movement, and it will be the market can easily drop to 7,000. First of all, it will be important zone as the uptrend line. Now we have simple moving average with 100 period, which will act as a strong support line, and the level 7,000. Altogether, they can make us a new support zone where price can bounce and continue the upward movement. Or if the price can break this zone, we will be able to see the fall into 6,000, and it can be good. It can be good as a correction because we will get just maybe around 50% of for correction of the previous upward movement. So it will be good. It will be logical if the price bounces, and this zone will be good for buying. I mean 7,000, 6,000. If we talk about just buying for the long run, yes, but at the same time, we also must take into consideration that the falling, the downward movement can lead us to maybe some sort of panic sales, and it can I don't know the how much chances we can get for such movement, but I won't be surprised if the market starts falling. Some people start fixing profits. Maybe some big companies, some of them, if they take part in medium-term trading, they probably also can start fixing profit. Altogether, they will be able to push price lower. So for me, it will be absolutely okay if the price just reach this uptrend line. It will be a good uptrend line from the daily time frame. It will be also supported by this simple moving average, which also will act like the support line. So again, together we will have a new support zone lower than 6,000 level. I need to draw your attention that before this upward movement, I talk about a very good correction to 4,000, as we have a good support zone at this level, and based on the daily time frame, we could expect such falling, but the price didn't drop from this zone and continue the upward movement. So after getting such movement to 8,000 level, for us it's better to forget about 4,000 level, as the market will need really strong fundamental news, negative news, which can drop the price so low. Now it's better to focus on 7,000 and 6,000 levels, and maybe on lower levels like 5,500, but not less. And again, if we talk about proper trading in the financial markets, for us it's better to wait for the correction movement and buy based on the reversal signals from this zone, with stop orders below this support level at 3,000. Below it, stop orders can be put below this simple moving average with 200 period, and profit target at 10,000, 12,000, which can be these two targets can be for us reachable probably during this year also. If you are ready to hold for the long run, you can focus on the previous resistance levels at 17,000, 20,000. If we talk about the long run, for me it will be also absolutely okay to see a new attempt, at least the attempt to reach historical high at 20,000, because of following signals. I think we can. It will be possible to do this during this year, and the main reasons are: we had a strong bearish period during 1 year, and it means the market corrected the previous upward movement, uptrend. So if so, we should be ready for a new cycle, and new cycle will be a bullish cycle. If so, we will have a better position for starting. If we talk about the 2017 year, the price was below 1,000 and could reach 20,000. Now we have 3,000 as a new starting point for a new bullish cycle. And at least I would like to see an attempt to reach 20,000 at least. How it will be done and how much time the market will need for this, we will see. And of course, it will be very important to see which news will support this movement. If we have strong fundamental news, like for example, positive news about regulation, if we get news about starting platform for institutional traders, if we get new flow of money from institutional companies, it can be a really very good support. And of course, we should rely on a great community, which probably move back and start trading crypto and make another flow of money, and altogether they will be able to increase the demand for the coin. It should support the market. It should support the bullish market, but again, I would like to see not such strong upward movements in a short period of time. I would like to see more stable uptrend with retracements, with correction movements, and again, these movements should be supported and must be supported by fundamental reasons, which will support the real price of Bitcoin. Another signal which can also confirm that the market has opportunities to reach the previous level. Look at the size of bullish candles. The size is really big, and it tells us about the demand. So people are interested to buy. It doesn't matter for us who. Big players, just investors, traders, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We just need to look at the candles and see the big candles, bullish candles, which can be compared with the. Do you remember 2018 when we got correction movement, and here it is, there was an attempt to continue upward movement in the direction of the main trend. You can see here also strong bullish candles. Here is the second attempt to start the uptrend movement after correction, and in this case we get less candles. Then we got the third attempt to start the bullish candle, and look at the size of candles. So in these periods we could see how demand felt, and the market just didn't have power, and the buyers didn't have power to push the price to reverse the market and start a new upward wave in the direction of the main trend. Now we have another situation, and it is just a really good positive moment for the bullish cycles. Again, if the market continues, if the market starts falling, it will mean nothing. It will be just a very good and solid. It will be good correction of the previous solid upward movement. I just remind you, when we have a trend, any trend on any market and any time frames, the direction, the price movements in the direction of the trend, and the price movements which are against the main trend, altogether they make this trend. So corrections and direction and movements in the direction of the main trend, the main trend, they are altogether make this trend. So correction in this market will be just a really positive moment. Also, it will allow us to get new buy opportunities and just join the uptrend at good levels. If you prefer to buy here, and if you think about buying here, let's say about this the current prices, you will have really good chances to open long position and get correction. So something like this. If you don't know how market moves, if you don't know how to manage your money properly, if you use, for example, leverage, if you don't use stop orders like a part of proper money management, this falling can kick you out from the market, blow up your deposit, and that's all for you. The game will be over. And if you know how to use stop orders, for example, like a part of proper money management and proper trading, Based on this setup, you need to put your stops something like here, and it will make your stop size, the space between your entry level and where you put your pending orders for close position if the market continues falling, or if when you close your trades long position manually if the market reaches this level. Anyway, your stop size will be huge. If you buy here, so you will have more space for the profit, and your stop size will be not so huge, and it will be very nice. It will allow you to, for example, invest more money. So if we talk about the weekly time frame, so all possible buy opportunities, if you miss them, so you need to wait only for correction, because buying here it's rather risky, and you can face with a correction. But again, if we talk about, for example, if you have a profit target at 100,000 level or 50,000 level, maybe if you have such targets, for you, of course, it's not so important. Enter from 8,000 or 6,000. It's not so important. But for realistic targets like 10,000, 12,000, and 70,000, there is a difference between buying at 8,000 level or at 6,000 level. So let's move to the daily time frame and try to find any opportunities and any signals there. The daily time frame provides us also the uptrend, strong uptrend, which is also confirmed by we can confirm it by ADX line, ADX indicator, which tells us about market conditions, and I mean this indicator, DMI indicator, which confirms trend market conditions and strong uptrend. But if we look at another indicators, like for example RSI, we can see the line of RSI reached overbought zone. Also, I explained during the previous streams how to understand that the market is too far from a good entry level. You just need to look at moving averages and where is the price, how far from it. You can see I use just standards and typical moving average with a 50 period, which can be used for example, understanding the medium-term trend. I can use 100 periods moving average for catching the long trend, and the price moved too far from these moving averages, and it tells us that the market moved too far from a good entry levels. When we talk about trend market conditions, and when we talk about how to trade properly in trend market conditions, the best signals should be done, and the best trade should be opened not far from different types of moving averages. It will depend on what type of trend you would like to catch. If you would like to catch the long-term trend, like for example, I use 100 period moving averages. You need to wait for a moment when a price will be at this moving average, when you get reversal signal, and buy. So this is the perfect zone for buying if we talk about trading based on moving averages, average with 100 period, which show us the main trend, just the long-term trade. If you skip this opportunity, the perfect opportunity, now you can see how much space we have between the current price and simple moving average 100. The same goes about simple moving average with 200 period like this. The same goes about simple moving average with 50. So the perfect zone are here at moving averages. So the price is far from moving averages. One signal. The second signal is RSI reached the overbought zone, and it is a signal confirming it's a bearish signal. We have we can call it like double top chart pattern. It's not perfect, and it's not perfect because I would like to see more candles between these two peaks, and just only one. Yes, it looks like the double top. It's not perfect, but still it can be used like a signal telling us about so if we talk about double top or triple top patterns, they belong to reversal group of patterns, and they give us a trend reversal signal. Not all trend reversal signals can lead to a real trend reversal, but when we get a trend reversal signal, at least we have to think about of possible correction, at least, because not always correction can be sometimes such type of signals like trend reversal can give us only correction, but every new trend will be started from a correction, not always, but time to time. So if here we talk about a trend reversal signal, I would like to think about a starting of correction movement, and again, if we use the daily time frame, the perfect zone for correction for buying, I would like to see 6,000. It will be good, and it will be like a strong zone which is supported by the uptrend line, which I showed you on the weekly chart, which is supported by 100 which is supported by moving average with 50 period, and which is supported by 6,000 level. So altogether they make the support zone, and this zone will be really good for buying if we talk about medium term trading, if we talk about just a period like to buy and hold for 1 or maybe several weeks. And this zone will be good for buying if we talk about long time trading. If price breaks this zone because of different reasons, now we can't talk about these reasons because we don't know, they can be or not, and we will need to just move back to this zone when price will be at this zone, and we have to look at news, we have to look at price action in order to understand the possible market movements in this zone. If price breaks this, the most interesting, just let's say the perfect zone based on the daily time frame for buying will be again this zone. It will be very strong, as we will have a very solid 2 moving average with the 100 period, with 200 period, and the main uptrend line, which makes this support zone stronger. So this zone can be used for buying. If price drops to this zone, we will get the correction for RSI, which probably will reach oversold zone and getting the reversal signals from these support zones. RSI will come from the reversal and provide good signal. Also, DMI indicator will be corrected. Also, if we talk about trading based on MACD, now MACD tells us about that the market is overbought because lines climbed also too high, and they're going to reverse and start downward movement, confirming the downward movement of the market. And also histogram now confirms a possible downward movement. So a variant, if price reached 7,000 and reverse, it can be, and if it will be so, it just we can use this signal like an additional one, confirming that the market has strong bullish trend, which doesn't allow the price to make deep corrections. So if we move lower, let's say for our time frame, we will have just another picture which can be used for medium term trading mainly, based on the our charts. So we have also here we have again, if we talk about chart pattern, Probably it's better to talk about head and shoulders chart pattern, which is also belongs to trend reversal patterns. It can be like here is the left shoulder, head, the right shoulder, and the neckline. If the price breaks this neckline, we will get confirmation that this is a head and shoulder chart pattern, trend reversal chart pattern, and the distance for falling will be this high, which we will need to put, and probably it will be something like, again, 4-hour time frame will also provide us, if we get head and shoulders chart pattern, which will be confirmed. The target based on this pattern will be also about 6,000, and this zone will be also the perfect one if we talk about buying based on 4-hour time frame. This perfect zone will be supported by simple moving averages with 200. It's a really strong support line. We will have 6,000 level and the main uptrend line, which is a green line. It will be possible also to get the reversal from 7,000, but again, it will be based on 4 hours. But when we talk about trading based on different time frames, the higher time frames will provide us stronger signals. And if you I remind you that based on the weekly time frame and based on the daily time frame, we have market with potential to drop. So if price bounces from 7,000 and this reversal won't be supported by the crowd, by the players, probably we will get just a short-term reversal and the market continues falling following the higher time frames. So don't forget about it, and be very careful if you want to trade from a reversal based on from 7,000 level. And again, if we talk about buying now, if you missed previous opportunities for buy based on different types of signals, bouncing from trend lines, breaking resistance levels, bouncing from moving averages, now it's not time for buying because market also is looks overbought and it has potential to move lower. So we talk about Bitcoin. I suggest just let's look at Ethereum, because it can be also interesting for trading, as we have closely the same situation with Ethereum. Market also made a really good upward movement. It is too far from possible buying zones. The market forms just a possible pattern. Can be like it can be like a triangle on a lower time frame, so it can be a pennant. It belongs to continuation patterns. But if Bitcoin will start falling, if Bitcoin starts falling, I guess other altcoins will follow it. And even if we get here just a pattern, continuation pattern, I should tell you we must be very careful, because it can provide us false signals, just confirming the further upward movement. If we talk about the best zones for buying, here 200 level, and in combination with 185, it is still the support zone, which is supported by the uptrend line, which we have based on these swing highs. The market made attempts to break it below it, but again, a combination of different lines and levels supported the market, and we will have the same zone here, and should expect correction to this zone first of all, and a possible reversal from this zone. If we talk about the perfect zone for buying, I would like to buy from let's say 160, this moving averages, yellow, it is 100 period moving average, and purple 200 moving average. Buying based on reversal signals from this zone will be really cool for the long run, for medium term trading, and probably even for short term trading. But just my opinion, short term trading for crypto is not good because of different reasons, and one of them, very unpredictable movements on lower time frames. We can call it manipulated movements, unpredictable movements, and it doesn't matter, but still. I would like to focus on medium term trading, swing trading, and long term trading, and maybe investing. If we talk about 4-hour time frame, here we can call it like a possible triangle. The market forms a possible triangle. If we talk about triangle, it is a pattern, can be a continuation one or can be a reversal one. It will depend on which direction will be in which direction price will break the lines, the signal lines. If price breaks the upper line of triangle chart pattern, it will be a continuation one. If price breaks the bottom line of triangle, we will get a reversal chart pattern. If we talk about breakout and continuation of the uptrend, just remind you, we should be very careful, as this signal will be false, because market based on the daily time frame looks really very overbought. Breakout below this line, support line, and simple moving average with 50 periods, it will open the road to 200 level. And this level also will be good for buying, maybe for short-term trading, for medium-term trading, based on the reversal signals. With just the main profit target, if we talk about swing trading, profit targets for such trades will be at the previous important resistance levels and highs. It's just about 250 level, 280 level. If we talk about buying for the long run, based on this level, or the beta level will be at again at 185, and this zone is also good on the higher time frames. If we talk about long-term trading, we will need to focus we will need to place our targets at the previous important resistance levels. They are like 300 levels, 400 levels, 500 levels. I talk about levels which are based on round numbers, and the levels which are supported by the previous price action at these levels. So again, if Bitcoin will make an attempt to reach historical highs, why not to try to do the same in these markets? It will be maybe with some delay, or the upward movements will be just in the same time. Anyway, this market also will be good for long-term trading. Maybe not at 1,400 levels, but I think up to 1,000 level resistance levels can be good profit targets for long-term trading and maybe for investing. But there is just one risk when we talk about trading for such altcoins like Ethereum and lower. I don't talk about shitcoins. I just talk about top altcoins. It can be situation. If Bitcoin will continue a stable uptrend, probably the interest will be moved to Bitcoin first of all. And if Bitcoin will make new highs, local highs, and if the movement will be strong, I worry about altcoins, because traders can sell Bitcoin, can sell altcoins and buy Bitcoin in order to take part in this upward movement. So if so, Altcoins can continue sideways movements without supporting Bitcoin and the uptrend, or start falling as a variant. So before moving to another markets, let me reply your questions from the chat. Do you provide trading signals? Yes, we provide trading signals, premium trading signals for crypto, forex, commodities, and probably in the future we will provide signals for stock markets too. So if you are interested, just visit our website. And don't forget, if we talk about if you are interested in signals, for you it is a good chance to become a beta tester, get 3 months for free access, use our signals, educational stuff, and copy trading platform all together and for free. Think about it. What are your thoughts on short-term movements using the shorter time frames? I will look to break 8,000, or is there more downward movement expected? Paul, I would like to expect more the downward movement. Let's say I would like to say like 60% for downward movement, 40% for upward movement. If we talk about if we could talk about standard traditional markets, the difference could be bigger because traditional markets are more predictable, because there are a lot of educated traders, professional traders, companies with understanding how markets moves, how they should be, how they should be corrected, how they should be traded, and based on the setup and patterns which we have now, I would like to say that markets will have more chances to move lower than the continued upward movement, because markets are overbought, and if we will get another upward movement, we will get the same picture like we had in 2017, when everyone started talking about a bubble. So it will be just a bubble number 2.0 version. And when we talk about bubbles, it's not good at all. You can see the previous price movement after bubble. You can think about .com bubble, you can think about oil bubble, you can think about gold bubble. All of them lead to great falling. So if you are not interested in new falling to 1,000 and lower levels for Bitcoin, it's better to build stable uptrend step by step, supported by fundamental news. If we talk about short-term trading, again, it will be the same picture. It doesn't matter will you use 1 hour time frame or maybe minutes time frame. First of all, we need to focus, if you are a day trader, you need to look at the daily time frame first of all, because the daily time frame will provide you information about market conditions based on the daily time frame, important levels and possible market movements. If daily time frame tell you about overbought market conditions and possible downward movement in the daily based on the minutes charts or hour charts, also it's better to search for opportunities for selling if we talk about just markets where you can sell. If we talk about Bitcoin, it's better to just do nothing, wait for the falling, wait for a correction, movement, reversal, and buy for short term or for medium term. It depends on your strategy. But if you expect that the price will break 8,000 and move quickly upward, it can be like this, or it can be not like this. Now we will talk. We will need to talk about just okay. We try to predict, but trading is not something like a prediction. Good trading and profitable trading in the long run, it means you must follow signals, and just it's better to follow the market, but not try to predict possible market movements. If you want to predict, it's better to to play in casino, because prediction there will be maybe much more workable and profitable. When we talk about trading, we have opportunities not to use prediction, but we have opportunities to use signals and follow signals. So from this point of view, breakouts above 8,000, even it will be, I would like to skip it because it's not logical, and it's better to lose profit but trade properly than to catch this profit and break all the rules of profitable trading and proper trading. If we talk about another question from the chat, what would a bullish pattern to buy look like if it wasn't a double top reversal pattern? All possible buy patterns can be they can be reversal patterns if we have downtrend. For example, the downtrend can be based on hourly charts, 1 hour charts, 4 hour charts, but the uptrend will be on the daily and the weekly. If so, you move to the lower time frames and search for reversal signals, reversal chart patterns from lower time frames. They can be trend reversal, like inverse head and shoulders chart patterns, double and triple bottoms. Also, we can talk about triangles, which can be reversal patterns too. We can talk about reversal candlestick patterns. We can talk about just reversals from support lines, support levels, support lines and support levels. These signals can be confirmed by candlestick patterns or by accelerators like RSI, stochastic. Altogether, they will provide you bullish signals, which you should use, and which will be good for buying, for short term, for medium term, for the long term. Big bullish pennant, it can be for uptrend as a continuation for the further upward movement. Yes, the falling looks more realistic, and the main thing, it looks more logical. When markets follow the logic, when markets follow the fundamental news, just the situation about markets, such price movements are more reliable and they are more predictable. It's better to use them for trading than just trying to catch a movement which or signal which moves against the logic, against everything. So such signals can be not profitable, and it's just the perfect time for getting false signals. Think about another markets. I will pass through another two interesting markets and move back to the chat if you would like to talk about crypto markets. Now I would like to show you interesting setups from commodities, and the first market is gold. We have interesting setup. On the one hand, we have the uptrend. If we talk about using just the trend lines, if we talk about using simple moving average with 200, like a line telling us about a long-term trade. From this point of view, we have uptrends from the weekly time frame. We also have the uptrend, but at the same, if we talk about how we describe the downtrend or uptrend, any trend movements, if we use swing high and swing lows, like higher swing highs and higher swing lows, tell us about the uptrend. Lower swing highs and lower swing lows tell us about downtrend. So we also have here the beginning of the downtrend, which also can be we have fallen highs. We could draw the price channel where the price tried to break it but bounced from 1300 level and move back to the price channel. What is interesting here is this zone, what we have now, what we will have. And this zone will be able to provide us just buy opportunity, because if price bounces from this zone, which is the main uptrend line, and this uptrend line will be relevant for the weekly time frame. The reversal from this zone will be possible to use for buying with profit targets at 1300 levels and 103,025 levels and higher. For getting more reliable signal, it will be better to wait not only reversal signals from the line, but also the breakout above this resistance zone, because if the price reverses from this support zone, the resistance zone can stop the upward movement, reverse, and the market will continue the falling. So in order to avoid this potentially unprofitable trade, it's better to wait for a breakout above 1285 level here. So if price move back, it will be a signal confirming that probably the market will continue the movement in the direction of the uptrend from the weekly chart. If the price breaks this zone, this breakout, it will be possible to use on lower time frames based on 1 hour, 4 hours, or maybe minute charts with close profit targets at 1260. It will be also the zone where simple moving average with 200 period will be. So short-term movements will be, but the main idea is if price breaks this uptrend line, it will be a signal confirming that probably we should be ready to see a new downtrend in the long run. It can be with falling to the previous support zones like 1240, 1200, and even lower. So this market is interesting, and this week can provide us interesting setups. Another market I would like to talk about oil. It will be Brent, where probably we will also get where we probably have the reversal. Why we have the trend reversal? We got a good uptrend. The price reached the resistance level, gave us the reversal candlestick pattern, which I can't draw clearly. So this candle, this bearish candle, is a reversal candlestick pattern which could be used for starting selling. And now the market forms another swing low, which can be just if the market gives us a new swing low, which will be lower than this one, we will have confirmation for possible downward movement. And this swing high, it can be used in short-term trading for selling with profit targets at these support zones at 70 or maybe a little bit less. But still, this market is interesting because it is going to reverse. If so, probably we will have another downtrend to the previous lows, and the space is really good for trading. So I would like also to talk about two interesting markets from stocks. They are like this. If we talk about stock trading, I like very much. I like Apple stock. I like Tesla stock. Tesla market, and it's good that they are going to provide us interesting also trading opportunities. We talk about the uptrend movement and possible trend reversal signals on our previous streams, and yes, the market did it. The price broke the uptrend line, and we expected the fall into 175 zone, and now price is here. And look at RSI and look at MACD histogram, and yes, mainly MACD histogram. Such falling, the support zone, which is here, RSI is not far from oversold zone. MACD can start making new bars higher than the previous one. Altogether, they can give us a really good buy opportunity. If you believe in Apple products, if you believe in the company, this zone can be good for thinking about possible buying, and it can be done based on the daily signals, it can be done based on lower time frame signals, or at the same time the market has some space for lower movement. Maybe there will be a new attempt to break this support zone. We will see, but this zone is really interesting for possible trading opportunities. And in other markets, I would like to draw your attention. It is Tesla market, which also provides very interesting buy opportunity. Where it is? Just a second. Here it is. The price reached 200 level, which is round number level, which is strong support, and this zone is also is strong if we talk about the previous market movements. This zone and another level at 180. Altogether, they can just make for us a support zone. They could support the market after fallings, and they were like a starting point for new upward movement. So now the price is here, and also if we talk about confirmation, we have the reversal candle, bullish candle, which can be used for buying. We can wait for additional candles, bullish candles, confirming that the market is going to move upward higher. We have RSI, which reached overbought zone, and we have the same goes about MACD lines and histogram. Altogether, they provide for us really interesting opportunity for buying, because also the company is interesting with interesting products and interesting services, and all fallings they will be good for searching possible buy opportunities. So Apple and Tesla markets just should be added in your watch list if you are interested in trading in stock markets. I will follow this market. They are really interested how the market will move during this week. So I have all markets which I was going to tell you, to present you during this stream. As I can see, there are no questions. You have some time for writing questions if you have them. I'm searching for variants how to make streams more interesting for you. Just this time I tried to get two markets, the most interesting markets from crypto, two the most interesting markets from commodities, and two of the most interesting markets from stocks, just in order to have to show you that different markets provide really interesting trading opportunities. And even if you are a fan of crypto, other markets can be also interested for you. First of all, if we talk about proper money management, if we talk about proper diversification. When you trade one market, all fallings they are really good. They are shown on your equity, on your deposit size, and you can get just on the one hand you can get more profit, on the other hand you can get deeper drawdowns. If we talk about stable trading, if we talk about profitable trading in the long run, we have to diversify our portfolio. We need to create portfolio, and we can do it in different ways. Crypto is good for being a part of trading portfolio, but as there is Bitcoin and other altcoins which are all very correlated between each other, just to make diversification in crypto trading by different coins, it's not a good idea. But making trading portfolio based on, for example, crypto, based on stocks, based on commodities, it can make your trading much more stable. Also, you can combine and mix different types of trading: short-term trading, long-term trading, medium-term trading, all together, or just one of two of them. You can also combine different types of trading, like manual trading, forex trading, algo trading, using robots. One of the reasons why I don't talk about forex markets, because there are we don't have a lot of time for talking about everything, and I just prefer to trade in forex. Now I prefer to trade in forex using robots, as the market is really very good for automated trading, and we have some robots for this purpose, and there are a lot of movements which it's a very fast market. It can move in different directions very quickly, and it's rather difficult to trade it manually if you are not focused only on trading like me. So for me, algo trading is the way out for forex markets. But for manual trading, I stay with I want to use crypto markets for investing and stock markets for manual trading mainly. So such type of diversification will be able to make trading in the long run much more stable and profitable. I suggest to think about such type of trading, you too. That's why I want to show you different markets with different opportunities, and the different markets can provide you really interesting trading opportunities. How to make the stream interesting for you? I will be really very grateful, and I will appreciate your ideas and spending your time for sharing the ideas. How to make this format more interesting for you? Maybe I need to add something. Maybe I need to add to focus only one market and talk about it with details, because the previous stream was about I talk about only crypto because we had a really strong movements and a lot of events which we had to talk about. There will be times when it will be very difficult to talk only about one market, only crypto, or only about stock. And also from this point of view, I would like maybe to use different markets. And don't forget that we have different audience around us. Some people prefer only crypto, some prefer only stocks, some of them only commodities. How to be interested for everyone? I will be really very grateful if you share your ideas below this video, below this stream in comments. I will provide my feedback. Your feedback will be very interesting for reading. Also, if you have any suggestion, also write them below this text. Don't forget about our super interesting offer about becoming beta testers and get access to our new features and our new products. You will help us a lot because if you are not our member, if you didn't join us before, old members just will confirm our words. We do the best for following community's feedback. For us, it's really very important to get feedback from our members, just in order to make our platform and our project better. During this year, 1.5 years when we started our project, Trade Unity, we all the time we do the best in order to improve our products, improve our services, improve our platform. And now we really need your support and your help because it will allow us to understand how workable our model is, how we can scale it, what should we improve, what should we add, and that's why I ask you to take part. It won't need a lot of effort from your side, believe me. It will be very simple. Don't forget to watch the video where I explain a little bit more. There will be link below that video to our special page, or you can write it down. Just it's tradeunity.com/beta. You'll find all details, but if you still have questions, don't forget to ask them. You can use our main page of the website, the link below this video. Just use a support form and send us questions, send us a request about this beta testing. You can ask below this video, you can ask us in Telegram channels, you can ask me in TradingView if you want. So, if you don't have any questions, I explained and shared and told you what I was going to tell you this time. If you like this stream, I will be really grateful if you can support it by your likes. Don't forget to leave your comments, feedback, as we talked before. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. This time we provide only streams, but very soon we will start making videos about trading, investing. It will be really very interesting. Just don't miss them. Stay not our subscriber. And one more thing, I would like to add. Thank you very much for your time. See you next time. Wednesday I will make the stream Ask Me Anything, where we will talk about trading, investing, money management, trading psychology, everything you want. Wednesday, I will be glad if you join me also. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening, and of course have the profitable week. See you next time. Bye bye.